even though there were some like funky memories involved. Really, I'm filming a video. Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about my senior year and I'm going to be reviewing it like it was a coming of age movie. I initially expected something like The Edge of 17 but with a little less teenage angst, but I got something that was kind of like a sci-fi, dystopian, thriller, horror, weird mix. But before we get started, I want to say thank you to Charlotte for giving me this robe. I would have loved to wear it at my grad. And just to provide a brief summary of my senior year without all the pictures and the videos, my senior year was quite bittersweet, and my departure from senior year even more so, because I made a lot of really bad decisions during these 4 years, even though I had the most amazing people there for me. So I'm just gonna be super honest with a lot of my regrets. First off, I regret working hard but not playing hard. Ever since grade 9, I had this super weird idea that I couldn't have fun or enjoy myself until after I got into university, after I got all my scholarships, after I graduated from high school. Obviously, given the current circumstances right now, I am unable to have fun even if I wanted to. And the moral of the story here is to have fun and live in the moment, because you never know when there's going to be a point in your life where something goes wrong, some weird unexpected pandemic just pops out of the blue and you lose all your opportunities that you were essentially just saving up. Something else that I regret was dating people that I didn't know super well. I won't get into it for the sake of the other person, but invest in people who invest in you, right? My friends always invested in me, even if I didn't invest as much, and I'm so grateful to them because they were always there for me. I knew that I could count on them, and I knew that I could rely on them if I was having a good time or straight up not having a good time at all. In regards to university, I'm not going to say too much because I also recapped some of my regrets in a video that I made about applying to universities, but I feel like I didn't research university in advance, and so that caused me a lot of unnecessary stress during the school year. Definitely, if you're in grade 11 or younger, please do your research ahead of time, even if it's just some crazy fantasy that you have to go to this school. You're still having some sort of idea, you know. I also regret wasting my money and applying to too many schools, because I applied to about 7 or 8 programs and I got into all of them except for one more program that I'm waiting on from McGill. So don't waste your money unless you're applying to Brock, because they also have glitter with their offers. And my last regret was not starting this channel earlier and listening to all the wrong people. I was always a very insecure person growing up, and I used to take it really personally when people said mean things about me. At the time, I didn't really understand that these people were being bitter because, you know, they had their own unresolved regret or anger, and it had nothing to do with me, but I still felt like it was a reflection of me when they said bad things to me. On the flip side, I'm really glad that I started this channel in general. You know, late is better than never. Because I realized that I had to listen to the right people, and the right people being friends who had either very kind, encouraging words or constructive criticism. If somebody isn't going to help you grow or learn, that they're just holding you back. I'm really grateful for the kind comments, because that really encouraged me to create more content and to work really hard. But constructive criticism also helped me learn how to market my videos better. For instance, one of my friends always bugged me about changing the fonts for my thumbnails, and Martin, I'm so sorry that I used that weird font that literally no one could read. But guys, you should check out Martin, because he was one of the main people who really pushed me to start this channel, and he has a channel of his own which I will link, and he's just a whole gem. One other thing from my senior year that I really loved and I will always miss is Unionville Youth Council. In grade 9, I was actually rejected from a different one, but that's a different story. I thought of it as a setback, but now I think of it as the best rejection of my life, because I got to meet a lot of really cool people, and I feel like even though I don't go to the same school as them, I always consider them my friends, and I know that if it really came down to it, I could rely on them and they have my backs. Even though I mentioned this in my most recent video, which will be linked in the cards, I think that it's really important to listen to adults because they have just so much wisdom and so much life experience, and a lot of the times can be translated into advice that you can either use or just listen to. So for instance, I really love to talk to my guidance counselors and talk to my teachers and my youth council supervisor and even my family, because it's just really interesting to hear their different points of view. If you're in grade 11 or even younger than that, I definitely recommend booking guidance appointments when you can to speak to guidance counselors. Some of the things that they say are so interesting, and a lot of the stories that they have are simply priceless. Even a lot of my teachers had really interesting advice, like Mr. Durham with his no dorm cess or no floor cess. It's also really important to talk to adults who are already in your chosen industry or your program. So for me, I actually have a mentor who is in the same university program as me, but she is a year older, and it's so nice talking to her because she tells me about the classes that she took, the faculty, and just a lot of student and campus things that I otherwise wouldn't have known of. If you want to learn more about university life or campus life from people who have already experienced it, my friend has started a website that features a lot of stories from university students. So it's actually called Dear Uni to Be, and I will also link it below, but it's a really great opportunity for you to learn about your university and your program. Okay, so overall, I would give this year maybe like a 9 or a 9.5 out of 10. Let's give it a 9.25 out of 10 because I did some really wacky things, but the lessons and the memories were mostly worth it. So what I shared with you just now was just my interpretation and my way of perceiving these things. So I hope that you can learn something from this video and not make some of the same mistakes that I have. Thank you guys for playing a part in this year and just being there for me or not being there for me, because you really taught me a lot more about myself, and I wouldn't have had it any other way for the most part. As always, thank you for the support. If you like this video, then smash that like button for the YouTube out.